Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Show with No Name Yet. I'm Theonie Roussianos, and this is...
And I'm Adaire Farmer.
Did I go the right way? I don't even know. And we're here today with another episode of The Show with No Name, bringing somebody who Adaire will introduce very shortly, who's doing amazing things for some amazing groups of people. And so we like to, what we've been doing now, what episode number is this? We really do need to number our episodes, but we've been here for a few months now. And we're here to showcase, there are people we've come across in the community, people who are doing amazing things to help not-for-profits, charities, and other community groups in their area, even their own local community. And we just want to help you get your cause out there and raise awareness, raise money, whatever it is that your goal is. We want to help you get it out there. And today's no different.
And I think today, I'm just looking, Mark's just disappeared. So I'm going to introduce...
His mum probably called him.
a special guest who's just gone to ask his mum and his sister not to call him while he's on the show. So I'm hoping he'll join us again. But I will introduce him while he is coming back into the show. And if he doesn't turn up, we'll make up stuff about... No, well, I'm sure he will turn up. His name is Mark Lobert, and he is a renowned Australian artist, and who has received international praise for his unique art. His artwork is now being sold throughout the world. For Mark, everything is about sharing the joy of painting, telling stories through colour and imagery. And he says he's an artist and he loves what he does. He uses every minute of the day to express himself on canvas. Everything is an inspiration. Now, he started to paint as a creative way to express himself. I've just got to scroll this down so I don't lose my that.
You mean you haven't memorised this?
And it grew from there. What was that?
I said, you mean you haven't memorised this? You're reading it?
Oh, yeah. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So while I'm doing this, do you want to go and see if you can find Mark?
I will. And I just want to say hello. I can see we've got Sue, Paula, Natasha, and Roy Montero is online all the way from Net Friending in the US. Welcome to the show, everybody. And I will give you a call.
I'll continue.
I'll see if he's chatting with his mum.
Thank you for being here. And if you'd like to invite your friends to watch, we've got a very special guest on today who we've lost, and we found and then we lost, and now we're finding him again. I'm just introducing Mark Lobert. He's an internationally renowned artist, and he's got some amazing paintings. And what he does...
dropped out. I'm so sorry. We're just reloading now.
No worries. We'll see you when you get in.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
So what Mark does, he works with clients, he goes into their homes or their businesses, painting their stories, matching colour and personalities, and creating beautiful environments. He consults via web and email to interstate and overseas clients. Now, finding inspiration is not difficult for Mark. That's why he loves meeting new people and visiting. He said they trigger emotions. Ideas seem to flow onto the canvas and something wonderful is created. So more and more people are discovering Mark Lobert and what he does. What I found is Mark has a remarkable philanthropic approach to helping communities with donations of his paintings to help raise funds for all sorts of causes. Now, this is from Make-A-Wish to the local soccer club. And I think I might have the charities wrong, but last night Mark kindly donated a painting to Rotary to help us raise funds for ROMAC, which is the Rotary Oceanic Medical Aid for Children. His current philanthropic program will see him donating around 20 paintings to sporting clubs and community groups and non-profits before the end of the year. Welcome, Mark. Timing couldn't be better.
How are you going? Good morning.
Welcome to the show, Mark.
Welcome. Thank you.
Wow, that was an intro and a half.
Wasn't it? Wow. So, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty excited about what I'm doing. It's good fun, and everyone gets to benefit.
So Well, they do. So now it was a pleasure to have you at the Rotary Club last night as a guest speaker. So I've got some inside intel about what you do and why you're doing it. But I'd just like to ask, what started you on your artist journey? Did you start out to become a painter or an artist, or?
Oh, no, yes and no. Like many years ago, like I was saying to you guys last night, I think I used to change the furniture around as a kid and drive my parents mad, especially my sister, because I shared a room with her. And then I moved on to, over the years, painting on furniture and then terracotta and eventually onto canvas. And
Not on your mum's furniture, I hope.
no. No, but I did. I remember when I was 16, I had a Volkswagen Beetle, and my father had just bought it for me, and I painted the dashboard brown, and he wasn't impressed.
Brown, was it?
It was brown. That was fashion back then.
Yeah, mission brown. Was it mission brown and burnt orange?
Yeah. Well, it was. I was 16, so God, that was 100 years ago.
You've scrub up well for 116.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Botox.
It's all the paint.
It's all under the beard.
So you went. Oh, go on, Theonie.
No, go. I'm used to you talking over me. Keep going.
No. That's funny.
Oh my God!
Hang around a Greek long enough, you turn into one.
Meet my Greek wife.
So from then, you painted your Beetle, much to your father's disgust, when you were 16. And so, did you have, growing up at school, is this what you knew you always wanted to do?
No, I kind of knew that I didn't want to just do the average job, and I have done those. I did aged care for, I think, over 20 years. I worked at Jarvis Ford for, 10 or so years in total. I've been there twice, but always found it more enjoyable working for myself, and you can help other people that way. When you work, for me, going to a place was always a struggle. But now it's, I don't really go to work now. It's just, I go to a place to have fun. And that's,
you go to your happy place. You go to your happy place.
Go to a happy place every day. Yeah, it's good.
Love it. So when did you decide, obviously art's been with you all along, when did you decide that this is what I want to do, and moving forward, this is what I'm making a business out of this?
Wow, I then moved on to the canvases, and I was doing those for a while. My father passed away, I don't even know, maybe 18 years ago. And I was inspired by my older sister, who had painted some stuff on some canvas. And I thought, I had painted a few prior, but seeing my sister's, joy when she was painting on the canvas, I'd moved from terracotta to the canvases about then, probably, full time was about then. So I was running a full-time job where I was going, and also working full-time from home. I was very shocked when I started painting. They started selling instantly, and I started selling them for $20 a long time ago, and some were free. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Imagine what they'd be worth now, knowing the value. The value of art is, it's hard to put a price on art. But you are an internationally renowned artist, and the value of art is, they're not $20 paintings, let me tell you that. So anybody who might be watching this, if you've got one of those paintings, I think it's time to get them valued.
Yeah. So, it's the best thing in the world to be able to do what you love, and painting is what I love.
Do you catalogue your art? Like, do you know how many paintings you've done? And
We've started to. We didn't realise it was going to. I didn't know it was going to go this big. It kind of has shocked me along the way. I know that I've done in excess of over 5,000 plus paintings from small to large, and they've been scattered all around the world. So yeah, that's a cool thing.
So Mark, I'd love to talk about your philanthropic endeavours. I think that what you're doing and what you've done, like to help Rotary, in terms of raising funds for helping to raise funds for the Rotary Oceanic Medical Aid for Children, ROMAC.
Yes.
I won't get tongue-tied with that.
It is a mouthful.
Which will be going under the auctioneer's hammer on Saturday night. At the Mark Holden Touchdown event. So we've got some pretty heavy hitters in there. The Marks are starring on on Saturday night out at Petrie Gully Golf Club at the restaurant there, which is going to be a great night, I'm sure.
And I just want to say, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to. If you want to bid on that piece and you haven't got a ticket to the event, let us know have you got a photo of the painting? What I want to say is let us know not live now, send us a private message and we can be your proxy bidders for you, because Adaire and I will be at that event.
There you go.
That's the photo there. There you go.
So we can be your proxy bidders if you trust us with your credit card.
We can.
That's fun.
They look like trust. Yeah. Seriously, if you want to be... We should have the auction going live like they did with the MND Gala Ball, but I don't think we're quite set up for that.
Cheryl's just asked a really good question.
Yes.
So are you only supporting South Australian charities or national? So coming back to what Adaire asked you earlier about your philanthropic journey.
So the 20 paintings that are out at the moment, those ones are going to be for just South Australians, because unless if it is international, then they'd have to work out if they could get someone local to collect it. Otherwise, it's a logistic nightmare to send 20 around Australia. Yeah. However, if there are big, genuine organisations or really serious ones that are interstate, I'm happy for them to email me and talk to me privately and see how we go. Because not only am I doing the 20 now, I also support major charities like Variety, Make-A-Wish, Can Do for Kids, and a few other organisations. Gosh, there's too many. My beautiful granddaughter had some heart issues when she was born, so I loved supporting Heart Kids. My oldest grandson had craniofacial work done when he was born, so Dr. David worked on my grandson, and so I'd supported craniofacial for many years. So anyone.
Which all ties in with ROMAC as well.
It certainly does, and also I believe I'm doing something for. I think it's the pink, yellow, and blue ball, or some of those colours for the Flinders Medical Centre research. So I've got a morning brain at the moment, so I need a few more coffees.
They're those llamas, they're not primary colours.
Yeah, exactly. But so it's if I believe that someone is going to benefit, then I'm always going to be happy to help, because life is a bit of a juggle, and we all have our own ugly battles to deal with, whether they be health or mental health. They're both something that we all should look at very seriously.
Yeah. So can you just, with this painting, I've just popped this up again, Mark, and it's just, I love it. And we've had some comments. Cheryl said it's beautiful. Paula's just going, wow, it's so pretty. It really is. It's got a really great vibe. What's the name of the painting?
I think with the one you've got, it's Flamingo Dance. It's about being amongst your friends, being excited, and feeling safe and not vulnerable, and having just that general awesome vibe around you. And hence the flamingos. They're just the most coolest bird. They're very funny to look at. They're beautiful. Love the colour so much, and I'm working on a massive collection of flamingos for the Royal Show at the moment. So,
wow,
they're my favourite.
Now, Julia Heath, who you popped her comment up, I do want to connect her with you. Julia is the president of the Flinders Park Tennis Club.
Yes.
And I'd love the two of you to chat. And shameless plug, because my kids played there and I was the secretary there, but Julia seems to be doing it all at the moment.
Hi, Julia.
So
good to see you.
I'd love to connect the two of you, because I love your sporting clubs. There's a lot of people will support charities to do with illness because they've been affected by it in some way, shape, or form. But sporting clubs, I think, are things that people don't tend to think about, and they are clubs do need money to move forward and to get, especially when you're starting at grassroots and with the juniors coming through.
Yes.
Because they do rely on, government grants that you have to apply for, which are painful, and whatever fundraising efforts they can do.
Totally agree with you. I've got like so many grandkids. I've lost count, and they're still having more. But and there are a lot of them are into the sports. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. But so they're either doing calisthenics or sports, and I just think it's exciting. So yes, you're right. They're always forgotten, and that's why I'm doing this as well. So it's not just about health or mental health. It's about everybody. So, yeah.
So how do people connect into, if they have a sporting club, or if they have a not-for-profit or a charity where they can apply for one of these amazing paintings to help them raise funds for their club or their community group or their organisation? So what's the process, Mark?
So the process is, if they jump online, make a comment, share the post to their friends, like the page, Mark Lobert Gallery. It's on Facebook. If they could do that.
Find the link up here. Mark Lobert Gallery is just up here.
Absolutely. And even if they want to see me and like me, Mark Lobert, go for it. I'm happy to always have more friends, which is pretty cool. But definitely like Mark Lobert page, share the post, send us a story of what it is that you're seeking to gain from the artwork when you put it into sell. And I've got 3 beautiful, amazing friends that will be having a look through everything with me. And
is Kevin one of them?
Kevin's one of them, yes. So I've got Kevin.
Kev's a dude. We love Kev.
Yeah, Kevin's pretty amazing. He pretty well is the foundations here at the moment. He has helped me out immensely, mentally as well. So yeah, he's amazing. So, but we have also Greer here too, and Corey, and both of those are incredibly talented and gifted friends as well. And without them, I would be pretty buggered myself. So
I love that you've brought that up. Because one of the things that Adaire and I have been involved in lots of different charity organisations raising money for all sorts of different people. And one thing that we keep saying is it takes a village. It might take one person to come up with the idea, but you can't do it on your own. So I'm glad that you brought up the people helping you behind the scenes.
For sure. I honestly, without Kevin, Greer and Corey, and even there's a list of other friends there as well. Each of them know who they are. And my family, I mean, I've got very, very beautiful sons. I've got 3 beautiful boys. They help me out emotionally and physically. And my mother, she has... she makes you laugh. She's a little old and she's a little ditzy, but she's funny, and I've got some beautiful sisters as well. So I'm blessed. feel very lucky. And all of them come to the rescue whenever I crash, and I do crash with my illnesses. So it's pretty good. I mean, not crashing, but having the family and friends.
Yeah, having the support around you.
It takes a village. Now, that's the name of our new book. Theonie, she's resisting writing a book, but this is like, it's going to be called #It Takes a Village.
And it does. It certainly does.
It does. It takes a village. It really does.
I like
because
the symbol. That's pretty cool.
And the book is going to be dedicated to our friend Kirsty Roach, who actually coined that phrase. And she passed away while she was on her way to Mount Gambier to raise funds for motor neuron disease, because she was getting the village assembled, getting everybody together and rallying the troops and getting the buzz happening. And her legacy will live on. I think that she's really taught us some great stuff around connecting people and getting people to support each other.
And motor neuron is another one that I've put paintings forward to as well.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we were at the Gala Ball a few weeks ago, and that was phenomenal. It really was it's great to see the community coming together to support each other and not relying completely on funding from government, although that's important. But I think the element of us taking control and then taking it back for ourselves and helping each other is more important than trying to get your hand in the government coffers, because that's where the focus has been for too many years.
And most not-for-profits don't get any government funding. They have to apply. There are grants and things they can apply for, but most of their funding they rely on is through community fundraising.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And I'm just one person. I mean, I might have the village behind me helping. They might say I'm also the village idiot, but
we must be related.
#village idiot. However, like if I had more Barocca and more canvases, I would paint a lot more pieces to spread around Australia. I do have a busy schedule to paint for my clients, which is beautiful, and I'm very blessed with that. But when I do have the downtimes, I would love to paint for more people. But as you said, it's all about costings and stuff like that. So I try and put as much aside for different organisations as I can. But,
So Mark, when somebody gets, we're having a live auction for the painting that you've donated to the Rotary event, but when a small club gets a painting, and I think they're valued to say around about $1,500.
Yes.
What sort of things? I might be putting you on the spot, and Theonie can probably jump in here because she is fundraiser extraordinaire. If you don't have an event or something to pack around it, is there ways that you've seen that people who have received your donations, your gifts, and that they've actually kept? What can people do to maximise?
Some people have done, raffles, even for schools. They've done school raffles, or they've had quiz nights and stuff like that, where they've put them in. I generally don't like to put reserves on anything that's given to someone. I give it as a gift, and the benefit is, even though it is $1,500, yes, the painting is going to probably sell for less than that. I understand that, but it's not about the money for me. It's about you guys. It's about the organisation is going to get an extra whatever amount they raise, plus the other person who's there is going to get paintings put on their walls. So
I love that. So a lot of artists do put reserves on their artwork.
Yes.
So I do love that you haven't. I've only heard of one other artist not putting a reserve on artwork, which is crazy. They said to me about another event that we're organising. We're not plugging that one, so I won't tell you who it is now. That'll be for another day. But she said she wasn't putting a reserve on this painting, which was worth $3,500. She said if you get $500 for it, that's $500 that you didn't already have. So just take it.
Absolutely, that's exactly how I work. Even I've put paintings out to different places, and they might get 8,000, 7,000, or whatever they might get. But if they get $500, this is money that the whole purpose of doing an event is to raise money. And if you guys get whatever you get, it's absolutely, that's the gift.
Yeah. So I'm going to flick a few photos up here. Can you see those, Mark, when they might come in?
I can see one.
Is that the same painting? That looks huge. No.
That's a different one. That's sold to a client down at North Haven. It's for her son. He's bought it actually for his apartment that's getting built in Prospect. So he's very excited about that. And that's
gorgeous on the wall.
Yeah, well, that's currently at the medical centre out on display at Hindmarsh. They're big supporters, and I'm kind of a supporter of them. I'm always there.
That's not a good laugh. That's unfortunate that if you're there. So we've got the paint.
We have to laugh at our misfortunes.
No, well, I have to. That's it. That one there that I'm looking at now is Xena. That's my dog. That's one of my dogs.
Oh, that's so cute. So cute.
Her name's Miss Xena Schnitzel. The bees, I love painting. Yeah, I know, that's her name. Her name is Winnie. Miss Xena Winnie Schnitzel.
Xena Schnitzel. Let's go.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Little sausage dog. She's actually running around out the back. She got some. She walked into one of my paintings, and she's got paint on her left ear at the moment. So I think the boys are trying to get it off her.
Leslie said on a comment that was made earlier, not so much on the old. She likes the word senior. I heard someone say a little while ago that it's actually the age of elegance.
The age of elegance.
So that's where we should. The age of elegance.
I'm buying into that.
I like that too. I'll take that. This one is the bees painting. I have a thing. I love painting bees. I'm afraid of them, but I think they're interesting. They're messy and scary and kind of fun.
They're gorgeous. I love them. I had an allergic reaction to bees once, so I've been a bit wary of them. But are these three in the background? They're your paintings too? They're gorgeous. Oh my God.
I can't. Hang on, I've got to pull the camera closer. I'm pretty sure they are. I think they're
on the page. So.
Yeah, if they're on the page, they probably are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, lost my head.
Very simple love heart there.
That was a long time ago, that painting. That lives in a friend's house, and I believe she's still happy with it. I hope she is. Oh, this one is, this went to the medical centre originally, and one of the staff bought it. This is called Wilbur the Wobbly Cockatoo.
I was going to say, it's my kid, the galah.
I had a blast painting that. He was so cool. He was fun.
Leslie saying, we could talk for ages. What I'm going to do is, look at that. Oh my Lord, that looks fantastic.
That is massive.
He was a big one, yeah.
You had to get up on a ladder to paint it. Fantastic.
I did actually. I needed a ladder, yeah. Oh,
that is fantastic, Mark. We've just had a little quick flick through some of the paintings that are on Mark Lobert Gallery page. If you want to visit his page, the link is above. Send him a message on his page if you are a not-for-profit charity community group or somebody looking to raise funds for charity. Mark is...
Or a sporting club.
A sporting club, yes. Is donating 20 paintings between now and the end of the year for you to raffle off or have a quiz night around or have an event around. So make the
raffles, when it comes to raffles and a prize like this, it is a way that you can make some good money. Because if you don't have an event coming up, somewhere where you've got a ball where you might have 200 to 300 people there, you're going to have someone in there who's a high bidder.
Yes.
But if you're a small club and don't have that kind of community there, a raffle selling tickets for $5 a ticket, you can still make your $2,000 quite easily.
Oh, for sure. Because some people will buy 4 or 5, and it definitely.
Well, then
works.
they'll take a book and sell them at work, or their neighbours, family, whatever. Especially if it's going to support their club at $5 a ticket. So think about it and get in touch, because you don't have to have a big event coming up to be able to raise money.
And I'm also at the Royal Show this year. I think it's I-140 or something like that, just down from Channel 9's stall. So people can come and have a chat with me and have a look at some of the paintings that are there. It's good fun. So thanks for today.
No worries.
Awesome.
Well, Mark,
thank you for your time.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Don't go anywhere. We'll just drop you out and wind up the show, and then we'll touch base in a moment. Just stay in the lobby.
Cheers.
Thank you, Mark. Wow.
That's amazing. So I meant what I said earlier. For anyone who didn't watch from the beginning, might be watching now. If that gorgeous pink flamingo painting that Mark has donated for the Tea Tree Gully Rotary Romac event on Saturday night, if you would like to bid on that, let us know. Let us know what your limit is, because I'm happy to see bidder. You don't have to be at the event, because tickets have sold. The tickets are closed off for the event, but doesn't mean that you can't still be in it to win it. Yeah,
so that's amazing. And Mark, has been a real pleasure having Mark on the show. And we will, if you are a charity, a not-for-profit, or if you are a person who is raising funds for a charity in the community, we'd love to speak to you when we're with the show with no name, and we just want to bring goodness to the community for the community. So
Annette said she would. Annette, if you're talking about putting in a bid, send me a message and we'll chat offline after the show.
Annette, I'll catch up with you later today.
Well, if you're catching up, you can speak to Adaire about it anyway.
That's the show with no name. So
I'm Theonie Roussianos, and that's...
I'm Adaire Palmer, and we'll see you the same time next week on mytimetv.live. Bye for now.